Hey, Top Analyze Math Industry, and we are going to take a look at the master product property. So in the past few videos, we have been solving a lot of quadratics here, and everywhere. But what we're going to do is do a little warm-up so we can see what we can do. So what we could do is, we could start factoring, but there's a little shortcut. Notice how the AX, the BX, and the C values are divisible by 2. So basically what happens is, if your A, your B, and your C value is divisible by 2, you want to simplify the math as possible so other people can understand it. So divide everything by 2. So now we have just x squared plus the x minus that by 2. So after we've done that and simplified, now we can create our 2 parentheses. We have x times x is x squared. But hang on. How are we supposed to do that? Well, what we could do is, what multiplies to 2, or negative 2, and what adds to just 1? Well, what we could do is, we could have 2 and negative 1. But why? 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, but 2 minus 1 is 1. So that can make a lot of sense. So x plus 2 and x minus 1. We use the 0 product property. X plus 2 equals 0, and x minus 1 equals 0. Minus 2 plus 1 plus 1 and plus 2 and plus 1. So x is going to equal positive 2, and x is going to equal, x is going to equal negative 2, and x is equal 1, positive 1. So that is going to be the warm-up for this one. But sometimes the equations are not going to be as much as friendly as you think. That's why we're going to talk about the master product property. So here is our next equation. 2x squared plus 11x plus 12. It is still in the standard form, but what you can't do is 11 is a prime number and cannot be evenly distributed by 2. You can't divide by 2 by 11. So here's what we're going to do. Here comes the master product property. We will need the diamond problem too. So we are going to have the 2 multiplied by the 12 to create a 24. We will also put negative 11 right there. So what can multiply to 24 and also add up to negative 11? Well, we have negative 8, but also negative 3, because a negative times a negative is a positive. So it makes a lot of sense. So here's how we're going to rewrite the entire equation. We're going to do 2x squared minus the 8x minus the 3x plus 12. We just used that and transformed it into 2 smaller equations, but in a more expanded form. So what we're trying to do is try to find what the x is. So what we're going to try and do is split the entire equation in half. Just like the other problems, like right over here, we had to have some kind of 2 parentheses with numbers. So here's what's going to happen. We have a 2x squared and a minus 8x. What can we do to expand it? Well, we can do a 2 and an x and a parentheses x minus that by 4. So when you do that, that is going to be 2x times x is 2x squared, and 2 times negative 4x is going to be negative 8x. On the other side, we are going to have negative 3 parentheses x minus 4, because negative 3x is right here, and negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. And notice how you have the same things on both sides. If you have the same things on both sides, then that tells you that you're doing the math correctly. If an operator or a number is different, then you gotta recheck the work. So it's kind of like an early warning sign if you get it incorrect. Well, before if you get your answer incorrect. So we have to combine the two so we can do zero product property. 0x minus 4 equals 0. And 2x minus 3 equals 0 as well. So we're gonna add by 4 and add this by 4. So x equals 4. Or 2x minus 3, add by 3, add by 3. 2x equals 3, divide by 2, divide by 2. X equals 3 over 2. So we have x equals 4 and x equals 3 over 2. So that is going to be how you do the master product property. I hope this video has helped you understand the master product property. Did you know this strategy is often used for much bigger numbers, but also it's easier to use if you don't want to guess or check, or there are numbers that are really big and are hard to find a greatest common factor. Also, if it's hard to know what multiples or what number you need to have it multiplied by, and what two numbers could also add by. So that's why the master product property works. I hope this video has helped you understand the master product property. Thank you for watching Tao Ping Alliance Math Industry. Like and subscribe.